Okay.
I
See how
found
they
a
look.
lot of them. No, northeast.
That'll work too.
Open house on
I need
Saturday.
jeans. Look at my
have-
jeans.
in-
Like
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
dragged me.
I thought you bought them that way.
Yes, I did.
You did buy them that
But
way?
it's because with
I
the
guess everybody
washes,
was
they
afraid
just
of the
keep
smell,
getting
but
bigger and bigger
Yeah.
and bigger.
Just buy brand new ones so when they
I'm-
get messed up, you get messed up. You know, that's
I'm
fine.
gonna stop buying ripped jeans because they're
That was a
too
really nice
like
afternoon.
for the young
Well,
people.
I mean, like
Yeah,
my
and
neighbor.
like, I just get new ones and they get faded out. Like,
I'll just cut it open.
still the style, you know?
Jeans.
No,
Yeah.
it was just her and a little girl in her car. And the electric, little girl, she was driving. I thought she was driving around with her neighbor. She parked there. She went to.
What's going down, brother?
Not
She says, I
You
wouldn't
look
want this
younger.
house because the neighbors are right next door.
Thank you.
They're very far.
Yeah.
Cowboy guys.
Oh, yeah.
And
It must be the lighting.
Oh, get over here. Just kidding.
Go, woo! No, go
I
back.
told her that Saturday.
Mm, go back. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. Maria's in jury duty, so I'm gonna do this one.
I thought you wouldn't have one. I didn't see anything on WhatsApp or, usually you say Monday morning meeting.
Oh,
And I didn't see
Maria.
anything. Like, I wonder if you're gonna.
Maria, I think sends those. Sometimes I'll send them. I sent the newsletter yesterday.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one I was telling you. I couldn't. The
Oh, you-
CMA. I can't see what you're doing.
The,
I'll show you what.
yeah, show me the
I'll show you
video.
at the end.
You know, right now there's problems with the internet here, the Time Warner, so you're on the Wi-Fi. So it kind of threw me off because I was gonna use the internet, and somehow it just doesn't want to connect. But Time Warner's been having. I go to Planet
Time
Fitness.
Warner.
Yeah.
He still calls it Time Warner.
Yeah.
Oh well, Spectrum, whatever. I don't like them. You know, they charge way too much for the quality that they give.
Really?
But
That's what my son says.
But they only, yeah, they're terrible, man.
Uh-huh.
But they're the only ones that do commercial properties that have phone lines and everything.
Really?
So when I went to Planet Fitness, their music was off, everything, and then the employees, I told them, I said, how come there's, I always use my own headphones, but they're like, the internet's not working. And then it's tied to our phone lines too.
Oh,
I said, because for commercial, you use
yeah.
the internet, there's the plug-in jacks. They don't service that no more, you know? So,
Take this phone.
there's where we're at right now. Okay, so social media, I'm doing this presentation because I built my businesses on social media. And then the thing is that it's free. I mean, you can pay for it. You can pay for social media for boosting it, but I have never paid. Because I'm going to leverage what I can leverage for free first, right? So social media, the main things for me is Facebook and Instagram. Mainly Facebook. That works for me the most. Okay, and there's some realtors don't like, or even in real estate and in inspections, because I got my guy in Albuquerque set up over there to do home inspections about 7-8 years ago or so, and he hates like social media. Like he's like, no, I don't like posting pictures. Well, a lot of people do. I don't really like it either. Believe it or not, even though I post a lot of pictures and photos, and it looks like I do like the camera. I think I look pretty decent, right? Yes?
Yeah, you do.
But, all right, there we go.
Mother agrees.
You're not saying that because I'm your boss, right? Okay, but so,
And the mother.
but if I didn't have this, I wouldn't have social media. If I was just, working for a regular company that I didn't need media, I didn't need any kind of exposure to a certain employee, I wouldn't do it because, I'm more of a private person, try to be. But in this business, you have to get out there. And the thing is that it really does work. Because when I first started in this, in real estate and in inspections, it was a little tough for me because I'm like, what am I going to post? I don't want people to think that I'm stupid. Or a lot of things go through your mind, like, because I do see some agents, they post out like, look at this, don't be posting that kind of stuff, but the thing is just what you post and how. For me, since I was a cop too, when I was a cop, MySpace was a big thing. You guys remember MySpace?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You remember that? MySpace? I had a MySpace account. And we were always told, don't post nothing personal. For being a cop, you know, nothing personal. And it's still true today, you know, if you look, you don't see anything about being married, you know, you don't see nothing about kids, nothing like that. And then because, for one, because most people just don't care. You know, when I see big pictures of like people with, you know, look at what my baby's doing, whatever, I don't care. Ain't my kid.
Exactly.
You know, I go, dude.
You like your cats.
Yeah, but my cats, you know, I don't post a bunch of pictures. And then besides, everybody loves cats. Okay? If you go, what? You don't like? Man, there's
Get
the
out.
door. Get out.
But
You're
it's
out.
your mom. It's your mom.
You know, Century 21 is still open. Okay, but you know,
It was just playing.
yeah. But the thing is, you know, I mean, that's like cute. You know, it's like saying, well, you know, I won't say nothing else about other people's babies. You know, like the saying goes, you know, I like kids, just nobody else's. You know, but the thing is, you know, what I've learned over the time is when you post on social media, it's you keep your personal stuff to a minimum because most people, like I said, don't care. So if they keep seeing stuff, like when you keep seeing stuff like that from people, what I do is I'll remove them from my list. You know, so I'm tired of seeing your stupid stuff. You know, and also,
Can
yeah.
you remove?
yeah, you can delete people, you know, or unfollow them. If you don't want to unfriend them, you can just unfollow and it won't show. And also, social media is so good about their algorithms now. So as you're scrolling through it, you know, and I can't bring it up because internet, but you know, as you're scrolling, it shows people stuff. If you stop on something, just as you're scrolling and you slow down and look at it, Facebook's recording it.
Oh, yeah.
So they know you don't have to like it. They see what's interesting to you. You see? And then so that person,
Watching?
yeah, they'll start showing you more of that
Whatever
person's
you-
post. Like, for example, I like workout stuff. So I have and I don't follow them or nothing because I don't want a whole bunch of following 10,000 people, you know, on my stuff. But when I see I'll see somebody working out and giving like tips, you know, like do this or whatever. And I'll just slow down and watch it, you know, but I don't click on it, nothing. And then I'll keep scrolling. Now I see that very often, you know, which is fine, you know, because I mean, it's what's interesting. And the advertising stuff does it too, you know, as you click through. Now, some things will come up that's not relevant at all. It's like, why am I even getting that? You know, like gay stuff or things like that. You know what I mean?
Gay stuff?
Yeah, just like, you know, men looking or whatever. And I'm just like, oh, come on.
Oh.
You know, but some of them are paid advertisements to target a certain
Yeah.
area, you know, but I'm like, whatever, you know, or you can just unfollow that or don't show me. You can click on the 3 little squares on the right and it'll say stop showing me things like this, you know, and then it'll stop showing.
Also, kind of add on to that too, by what you talk about, like with friends or something, stuff like that will start popping up too because it's also listening. So things, whatever you end up talking about, relevant posts of that starts popping up. I've noticed that quite a bit too. Like I was just talking
Well,
about
I'm
this.
gonna pay attention. I
Yeah.
haven't really paid attention. I know this popping up, but then when I look up at a lot of stuff, you know, online
Yeah.
too, and that pops up, of course.
And it's connected. You know, you can always disconnect it
You
by
know,
going, by going to the permissions on your phone. It's
Oh.
pretty technical. I mean, I don't do it because I don't have anything to hide, you know, but you can go to permissions and say like turn off microphone for it or turn off, you know, app tracking. Because it tracks what like on Amazon, it'll track what you're clicking
Oh,
on.
yeah.
It's all like connected,
Oh,
you know.
okay.
Yeah, so, you know, so back to for your postings, you know, the thing is that why create an account, you know? The thing is that when I work with an agent, especially if I don't know them, I don't Google them, I look them up to see if they have a social media account. because that will really tell you who they are. Even with tenants, when we screen our tenants, I'll look them up on Facebook and Instagram and see. And and they do too, because you can see a lot from what they post. If they post a bunch of party pictures and they look like they're just partying, and that's all they do. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm not gonna have you. Yeah, because it's like, I mean.
So, and they're all there. I mean, it's real easy to look for anybody that.
Yeah, you just type in a name and.
Yeah, you just go to the search.
If they're on Facebook.
Yeah, if they have them, but most people do.
And of course, everybody posts everything. They think it's so cute being out there or doing whatever.
Yeah, some people post way more than they need to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll get them like, they get a separation. They'll put like the sperm donor is not paying his child support this month. I can't go out. And I'm like, you're the one that accepted that donation. Why are you posting?
My mom calls it el chismoso.
Yeah.
El chismoso. On Facebook, yeah, they say, el chismoso que dice.
Yeah, but it's like.
You told me, Mom.
But some people, they get a thrill out of posting all that kind of stuff. So, and then realtors, if you go, like if you were to look up like heavy hitters in this area and see their Facebooks, you can see the relevant content that they post. It's mostly listings or just pictures of them out there or videos of them doing an open house or a tour or just general tips. So the main thing is that it needs to be relevant content. Like for example, like you've seen my videos that I post about inspections and stuff like that, and I'll give like tips, but because it's educational, it's relevant. So people they stop, they like it, and then they'll keep seeing it when I post it. I don't post too much. Some people say, like I think it's Buffini or Exit. One of them say that you should post at least twice a day. Oh no, it's a book. I read it in a book. I think it's a 10x book. Very good book, by the way. But it says you should post twice a day. And I get it, that's not really me so much, but when you stay in front of people, they remember you. I get a lot of referrals from my Facebook stuff. Even inspections, I'll get referrals for here, even though I don't do them here. I'll get referrals from agents in Las Cruces that send real estate transactions this way, and then I kick them back a referral fee that way. You see, because they see that it's a constant reminder. You see?
One time we were having lunch and a realtor showed up and she recognized him right away. She came to our table.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Are you Billy Jack?
Oh, that was at the Taco Cabana.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and you'd be surprised because, I've gone, I've done a whole bunch of inspections, but every now and then I'll get a buyer, the client that goes, and then they'll say, I have you on my Facebook. I've seen your tips. I'm just like, who are you? Because I'm selective who I accept. It's funny because you can only have 5,000 friends, and I'm like, and I'm like at 5 below that, Yeah. So, that's what I wanted to show you, but the internet's not working. I want to show you how you get started, because the hardest part is when you create your account and then getting started with it.
Yeah.
Because you're only going to be exposed to your friends, who you have in the friends. And then when they like something, then their friends will see that. It'll start showing on there. So it needs to be radiating out. But how you get started is, and I can't, let me see the internet. No, it's still
And you can't have a business without having a personal.
$400 a month. Doesn't it?
No, I just Googled it or something. Now, they don't want that you can't have a business without a person. Because I think, yes, that's what I read, but I don't know how long you can.
You can't have what?
A business.
Oh, without a person.
Without a person.
Yeah, so that is true.
I just saw.
I have the business ones for both, but the thing is that, you can only invite the people to like your business page through your personal. That's the bad part of it. But you can have infinite amount of followers. I mean, you can have 1 million people following your business page. You know, so it takes more work to develop the business page. It's good to make it though. I mean, it is. You know, but you can't send out requests to be followed through your business.
Yeah.
You know, only through your personal,
that's-
and you can only invite your friends.
Yeah.
So you need
That
to
makes
build
sense.
up. Yeah, you need to build up your friends
And that's what
network.
Maria teaches too,
Mhm.
the lesson.
Yeah,
That's right.
but so you know, I don't post too much on the business one. You know, usually I'll just share it from the personal to that one, because I'm marketing more of just the people I know, all the agents, and then you know a few good people. But the way well, I'll get into that part here in a bit. But I already forgot the slides that I have. I'm just rolling with it because it threw me off. But when you first get started, and it's tough because I can't show you. But when you first get started, the way I choose the friends, because that's the main thing I wanted to do, is build up the friends list so they can see what I'm posting, right? So I have another video, and I'll put both on the newsletter. I already made it, and I show you how I choose the friends. But the main idea is you can go to the friends tab and then suggested friends. Like, you know how Facebook will tell you, here's people you might know.
yeah.
Like that. You know, so when you see that, you can just use that and scroll it, or just see more so it shows the whole page.
Because there's a lot of them there.
Yeah, a whole bunch. And you're like, who are all these people?
Yeah.
But Facebook, or it'll say mutual friends, like you have 3 mutual friends, or you have 500 mutual friends, you know. But what I do is I see their initial profile picture, right? I don't click on their profiles. But if they have stupid pictures, I'm not even gonna click on them, you know. I look for the ones that have a professional or semi-professional look.
Yeah.
You know,
The girls are there with their mouths popped up.
you know, but popped open. They're ready to receive something. Is that what you're trying to say? Okay. But the thing about those, okay, those pictures, a lot of those profiles are fake. Okay, yeah, they're fake. Because I get a lot of friend requests from girls like that, or girls like that. You know, they'll be half naked and no friends at all. It'll literally say like 0 friends, 0 close. And then, but I'm not gonna accept, because if you do, it's spam. Those are fake. Those are fake profiles. And you'll notice that if you don't do anything with that friend request, a few days later, it doesn't exist anymore. It'll say this account has been deleted. You know, so you know, those don't be like, oh wow, look at this girl. You know, it's usually fake. You know, they're usually fake ones. You know, but what I'll do is I'll look like that, like for professional looking photos, and then if I find one, I'll click on it to see what they do. You know, so you want to have a good balance of other agents in the industry, you know, so you can network, right? Because other agents should know who you are. Like, how do you know a heavy hitter, or how do you know a successful agent that's always out there? By seeing them post. Because not every agent's going to be on MLS all the time looking up their stats. You know, I mean, that's boring, right? But I see what they do, you know, how they're doing it. So like that, you're known. So when you present offers or you work with them, go, oh yeah. When you see somebody so much on the social, it kind of feels like you already know them a little bit, you know? Like, oh yeah, I've seen all your posts, I see what you do. So you kind of have that little bit of a connection. So, you know, maybe 1,000 or so is a pretty good balance for the agents. But for people to mark for customers, when I see a pretty good looking picture, I'll click on it and then see what they do. See if they have no work to show, no education, nothing, then I just bypass. I say this person's not really serious. But if there's somebody like, you know, director of education for EPISD or something like that, you're like, okay, for one, they make pretty good money. You go in another, you know, it might turn into business. If not from them, they'll know somebody. Because when they see, I get a lot of referrals that way. They'll say, you know, I see your post, you know, hey, you know, my brother wants a house, or my sister needs an inspection, and I see all the posts that you do, you know, so you're obviously you're a professional, because it's one thing to see you in action than to just see a website or to just see yellow pages. That's a little old school, but you know, just a listing, just a name and a picture.
Yeah.
You know, when you see a video, it's more of a connection. That's why some people that are really infatuated with, you know, like Britney Spears or the Taylor Swift right now. Everybody's all talking about her in the football. Some people feel like, well, I know her, I know everything about her or about him or whatever. They're like, but you know, to them, you don't exist. You know, but they feel like that because they see them up close. They see them in action. You know, so that's why it's important to put, you know, like high quality photos and things like that in video. You know, video is very important. I didn't care about recording myself and doing video and all that, but it is very important to do it. And to get over your fear of doing it is you just need to practice. You just need to start doing it. You know, and then the beauty of it is that, like Facebook Live, like the live videos, I don't do those. I won't do live ones. You know, unless it's like, you know, I think I only did one live one or so, and it was an open house, and I just kind of filmed it. We're here live right now, you know, something like that. But to me, the live ones, no, because if you make a mistake, you can't go back. You know, and then people are there laughing. You know, like, I don't get this guy. You know, he just fell on his face. Okay? You know, and that's what they're waiting to see. You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, so I don't do the live ones, but the videos, they are important. And the videos need to be at least 1 minute long. 1 minute. So they.
What? And the realtors do videos?
Yeah, they do. A lot of them do.
What?
Yeah.
I've never seen it. Well, I'm not in there.
Because if you don't have realtors as friends, you're
Uh-huh.
probably not going to see them. You know.
But what would they do? Are they announcing a house? Or
So
Yeah,
yeah. So look,
Usually it's
like
your
this. What?
that they have videos?
Also,
Of,
you live in an open house? You advertise your open house.
yeah, but the videos.
You take your phone and.
Yeah, so you know, like you've seen mine when I do the inspections. I'll have my phone and then I'll put the camera to see the camera's now facing me, right? Because it's using the back one, and I'll turn it around to where it's a selfie now camera, and so you see yourself now, right? And then that's how I'll record it. And I just kind of hold it a little bit at arm's length, kind of like this, and then just record it. If I'm gonna do something a little more extensive, like explain something, then I'll use a stand like this. And then this stand is, you know, maybe $15, $20 on Amazon. You can buy it, it has a stand. It's also a selfie stick where you can put it, have it way out there and record, but, you know, it just depends where I'm at. It depends on the situation where you're at, you know?
So the realtors actually, when they have an open house, they're videoing the people that come in, or just the house?
Just the house.
Oh,
That's
just the
true.
house to show you
Yeah.
what.
Yeah, coming
You gotta
out.
be real
I have
careful
something
about
open
videoing
house
other
at
people.
Such and such address.
Yeah.
the house.
Oh, on the.
So-
oh.
You gotta be real careful about videoing other people.
Yeah, so the thing is,
I was thinking.
when you're
Okay,
gonna,
so just the house.
yeah, if you're gonna
Oh.
video a house, like for me, you know, I have one video up on YouTube about tips on showing the house. What I did is I recorded it before the appointment. So if you're gonna do an open house,
Uh-huh.
let's say you're gonna do it all set up and everything, you know, the lender comes or whoever you partner with, and you have the goodies out and you know the drinks and all that. Then do the video before the open house starts.
Let me
Okay.
ask you something. How about if the house is still being lived in, it's not vacant?
Mhm.
Do you need permission from the homeowners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna video the inside of their house, in that case, I would video just the outside.
Okay.
I would just do a video standing in the front yard, kind of like this, with the phone, and then and remember always this way, up and down. This way is best. That's cinema. You know, this is a landscape mode. This is portrait mode. But since most people see it on their phone, they want to see portrait mode because it'll show the whole screen. You see, whereas landscape mode, like YouTube, you'll probably only see my video on the top half.
Yeah.
That's right. That's why. If you turn it this way, it should cover the whole screen.
Oh, okay.
You know, we'll try it. Okay.
Well,
But
I erased it, I
Yeah.
guess.
you erased it?
Yes.
You can't erase it. It's on YouTube. It's on my channel.
No, on my phone.
You can't erase my video.
No, on my phone to show you.
Hold on.
Oh. You can click on it again and it should bring it
I don't know
up.
anything about.
You're
I
really
just
not
erased you.
making
You're not,
points
you don't.
here.
No, no.
No, I'm not erasable.
You're really not making points today.
Right too. They're going
She's
to case and I call FEG to get me back.
A coffee there to calm the nerves. Okay, so, but like this slide here says, you know, creating high quality photos and videos of properties. Okay, so the thing with high quality photos, it's not like professional photos. It's just quality. You know, like not a blurry picture. You know, like I'll use Maria as an example. Okay, she is terrible at taking pictures, but not because she doesn't know how to operate it. It's just her composure of the photo. You know, even her kid will say that because her for one, her cameras are always dirty. So the thing is, when you're gonna take a picture, always get a cloth or something and clean your lenses. Clean the lenses and you'll have a crisp, real bright color. If they're, if they're with fingerprints, because usually when you talk, you know, you go like this, right? Or when you're grabbing inside your pocket, you'll put your fingers on there. And I take 500 to 1,000 pictures a day, but that's for the inspections work, not selfies. Wow, good. Try this one. Hey, yo, man, get a picture of me. I still look good, you know. But
Okay. So
You raised one, yes, $4.99 more.
yeah, but
Yeah.
but the thing is, you know,
You
because
erased something.
yeah, for work, you know. And then I transfer them to my hard drive, and then I put them in the report and save the others in case I need to go to court for being sued, right? That's why I take so many of the house, you know, defects for the inspections, right? And I'm real quick with it. And I also use the GoPro. I have the GoPro on me, and I'm just clicking and taking pictures, you know, of the house. So people, it saves me from theft. It's just like police, you know, you have your own body camera. But so I'm very used to always cleaning the lens because my lenses constantly get dirty because of work. My hands are wet and everything. So, but if they're not clean, if they have fingerprints on them, if you just try to put fingerprints on it and take a picture and then clean it and take the same picture, you will see a dramatic difference. One of them looks like it looks like when you just wake up and you look and everything looks real foggy, like you're in a dense haze. That's how the picture looks. You know, and some people, they post on Facebook like that, I'm like, you know, did you not think to clean your lens? And if you read the comments, some people even put like, clean your camera. You know, so when people put that, you know, it's an automatic, you know, like, you know, and they keep scrolling, and then you lose analytical points with Facebook, right? You know, so just like that's what high quality is, you know, and the videos of the properties. So, like if you don't have much action, right, and you're just doing, you know, maybe one showing every now and then, you're like, well, what am I going to put that's relevant on that? Well, if let's say I want to go right now and think of something to put on social media, and here's another trick too: record several videos at the same time about different stuff, because like that you already have a bank, you know, and doesn't mean post them all. Like when I do the training videos, sometimes I'll record 5 or 6 videos, but I'm not gonna send them all at the same time. You know, they're just topics. You know, or when I'm doing inspection tips, I'll record several on the same property about different items, but I just post them once a week or so. Just so I already have a bank of stuff. If you notice, people on YouTube, you know, like educational people, I'll see videos about cameras or whatever, and the person will be wearing the same thing. They're wearing the same thing on several videos, but it's because they recorded them all on the same day, and they're just not posting them all together, you know, because it saves time. Because setting up a camera equipment is a lot of time, you know, and editing takes a lot of time. But for just a quick video like that, if I wanted to do something, I would look for a vacant house you know, on MLS, someone maybe close by, and it's vacant, and it says show anytime. One of those. So when you request showing time, it'll automatically be approved. It's that show and go. You know, so you can, and if it says vacant showing times, just go. You know, I mean, you schedule the showing time so you can block that block for you. And I would just put 30 minutes because they don't know. They don't have to know if you have a client or you're doing a tour for your client. You can do a video tour. It's a vacant house. You can do a video tour. You know.
But then you can post that?
Yeah.
You can, okay.
You know, but not about going. I'm not saying going and record that house to advertise the house.
Oh,
You
okay.
advertise yourself.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, you know, like if I was gonna post something, I would schedule that, go to a house, or unless you have a good area in your own house that has minimal background stuff. You know, like I mean, I don't know. Maybe it has to look something like a house, though. Or maybe in the office. I mean, you can even do it here somewhere with this in the background or something, and then talk about something relevant, like something that's useful. You know, valuable information about the local real estate market. You know, like saying, you know, hey, right now interest rates are dropping. It's a pretty good time to buy. I say, you know, if you need a realtor, or as a realtor, this is what I do for you. This is what I can do. Something like that. You know, come up with a little script or something. But it needs to be valuable information. Not just saying, hey guys, if anybody needs a realtor out there, you know who to call. Those are very cheesy. When I see those posts, like I'll see, there's some loan officers too, like, you know, who can get you approved for a loan? Me right here. So give me a call. I'm like, who are you? And what do you know? You know, because anybody can put that. You know, that's why, like, in the inspections, I'm not advertising my service. I'm not directly. I'm not saying, hey, anybody need an inspector out there? Call me. If you see I never put that. I put something relevant that captures that audience. You know, like, because especially roofs, because most people don't know anything about roofs because they never go up there.
Yeah.
You know, that and electricity. You know, plumbing, you know, everybody's like, leaks, put some duct tape on it. As long as the water stops, it's good. You know,
Pretty much.
you know, but electricity and roofing, I always use that because that captures their attention. And then I always start the video with something interesting in the background because that's the first thing that's going to be paused when they're scrolling. It'll show your face or something or whatever is in the beginning of the video, and that's what'll get them to stop and click.
I've seen other realtors post other listings, they're vacant of course, but at the bottom it says listing agent such and such from another company.
You can do that.
How do you go about that? Do you need to ask permission?
Yeah, so that's very easy. You know, you can either text the agent or call them and just say, hey, you know what, I like your listing, you know, it's close by where I'm at or whatever it is. I say, would you mind if I push that listing on my own social media, on my Facebook? You know, would you mind if I advertise that I'm gonna preview the house or post a video? I have never heard of an agent say, no, stay away from my listing. I'm like, you know what, then why'd you put it on MLS? If you wanted exclusive, you should have done it exclusive. You know, like that. You know, but I've never seen any issue. And there's a lot of agents that do it. You know, you advertise others, and then that agent gets exposure too for their own listing. So it's, you know, and then they'll like it. I've never heard of any agent ever getting upset. I would like it. You know, I'd be like, hey, yeah, go for it, man. You know, hopefully you get some action, and let's sell it. You know. Because that's your ultimate goal, right? To sell it. Okay? You know, so that's the thing, it's just give us over.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So that's the thing, you know, like so when you're doing a recording like that and you're gonna go to the house, think of something valuable that will capture the audience and something that's educational. When people learn something, that's when they start. I want this person to start appearing more on my feeds. You see? So when you're looking at your friends, on the suggested friends, you know, always stick to professional fields. You know, like you know, doctors, lawyers, of course, you know, school teachers, maybe, you know, because they know a lot of people, you know, cops, firemen, you know, even military, you know, things like that. Huh? Roofers? Well, yeah, so, you know, that's on a different level, you know, but I'll get into that part right now. That goes along with your other agents and people like that, you know, but you always want to have people in professional fields. Like, that's how I pick, you know, because, you know, like loan officers too and all that. But for people to give you business to refer you, you want in a professional field. Because if you have a doctor or something like that, chances are he's not going to be posting stupid stuff on Facebook, you know, or he's not going to want to be seeing stupid things, you know. I said, because they don't know anything about real estate and you don't know anything about medical, you know, it goes hand in hand, you know. They'll appreciate the value, right? And the thing is, it's just sending them the friend requests. Some of them will accept and some of them won't. You know, but that's how you start building. That's how you start building. The first thing that I would do, if you're barely creating your account or you don't have many friends, first thing is look for realtors and request the realtors first. Because the problem is, if Facebook shows no mutual friends with your friend requests, if you're requesting, let's say, some lawyer or a doctor, and he looks all professional and like, hey, this guy looks pretty cool, he looks legitimate, I want him to see my content that I put. But you have zero mutual friends, because remember, it shows that, mutual friends. The chances are they're going to be like, who are you? You're probably a fake profile. And they won't accept, because I do that. If it's like, oh, no mutual friends, who the hell are you? You know, like that, you know, so I'll decline it, you know, and because I don't want them to take up space on my limited friends list now, you know. So, but realtors, if you get about 1,000 agents, which is half of El Paso, right, or less, I think, than half now, you're gonna have new, huh?
That's it.
No, El Paso probably. I think they have like 3,000 to 4,000 agents in El Paso.
Wow.
I mean, it could be. I don't know. I mean, it used to be about 2,000. I think 3.
It just seems like a small number though. So I mean,
There's not a whole bunch. I mean, it's still a pretty decent amount. But remember, very few of them. What, 80-20 rule.
right.
20% are actually working. Just look at MLS, you'll see a lot of zeros. So, anyways, if you have them like that, those agents are also going to have a lot of friends. So chances are you'll have mutual friends that way. You know, and for the default picture, for your actual profile picture, show your work. You know, show who you are. You know, so I would have maybe either use your professional picture that I took here, or it doesn't have to be super professional. Because remember, it's just a little thumbnail picture, just like your cards. You know, I mean, you in all honesty, you know, me being a photographer, but you can get a very good looking picture for your business card just by using your phone. Because you're not going to zoom it in. You can't. It's the size of your thumb. You know, so resolution doesn't matter. You know, and professional pictures posted on Facebook, Facebook degrades the quality to less than a megapixel. You know, so I mean, no, it's less than 1 megabyte, I should say. You know, so it's if you zoom in, it'll get very grainy. That's why when you see listing photos that you know are very high quality, but you zoom in, they look terrible. Because Facebook will reduce it just to improve the scrolling speed, so it doesn't have to bog down the internet. You know, there's a lot of technical stuff to it. So, you know, your phone will do an excellent job on taking a photo. You know, and if you want a different kind of picture, you don't have to have me do the professional picture. You can get your phone and prop it up somewhere. You know, don't do like these. You know, looking. You know, that looks stupid. You know, or down here, or looking like that. You know, just eye level. You know, prop it up somewhere, or get a little stand like this. You know, and then just kind of dress up or something and stand there and just take a bunch of pictures. You know, just a bunch, and you'll find a couple that you like. You know, or something, or take something maybe with this in the background, or a very good one. You know, one that I want to take, but I just haven't gotten around to it, is if you have a listing sign you know, or your own sign, your
Yeah,
own
that's what I
arm
was
sign,
thinking, yeah.
you know, on
Yeah.
it. That looks. I always like those. When I see agents that have a photo with their sign and then like a nice house that's kind of blurred in the background, you can do that easily with your phone. You know, you probably have somebody take it for you. You know, and that looks cool. And anything on your default picture that captures the audience, that they'll see, oh, okay, I know what they are. They're a realtor. Or when you can see that they're dressed nice, they're obviously in some kind of professional field. Let me click and see. Let me click and see what they do. Instead of just, you know, just a regular selfie and then you have no idea until you start scrolling, that's not going to yield you much results, you know? So something good like that to, especially when you're requesting it to other agents. When you're sending friend requests to other agents, you want them to see, oh, that's a fellow realtor. When I see them and they're requesting me as a friend, they have a professional looking, you know, portrait picture, I automatically think, oh, it's probably a realtor. And then I'll click on their profile to see, and then they'll say, yeah, like, realtor with home pros or whatever. And then I'll accept, right? So that's what you want to do to start building it, a little bit like that. Once you get a certain level of agents, you'll start getting a lot of mutual friends, you know, and then from there you'll get maintenance people or roofers or plumbers, you know, or because a lot of doctors, you know, they have realtors or lawyers or stuff like that. The whole idea is the more you build your friends list, then your posts will radiate out there, you know, and then you can make your business page, and then that's how you invite all your friends here to like your business page. And then when they like it, only about maybe 25% will like your business page. Because most people, they don't, when I log into my Facebook, I'll have a bunch of notifications. This person invited you to this event. This person did this. And I don't go through all that. You know? I mean, I'm not. You know, so when somebody like realtor invited you to like this realtor's page, you know, like whatever, you know, Billy Jack's page. And then if I know, I'll be like, well, okay, I got a few minutes. Let me see what, you know, I'll just like it real quick. But most of the time, I don't. So it's constant effort. It's constant effort to yield. It yields minimal results, but that's why you have to be very constant with it. I work my Facebook and the website and all that daily, every day. I have a routine. When I get up in the morning, first I get up at 4 a.m. I make my coffee. Okay, then I go to my computer. I check the emails, and then I start working on the webpage and Facebook and Instagram. And just minor changes, because the more active you are on it, if you're very inactive, Facebook logs that. Just like if you remember MySpace, it used to say last logged in, and it would have the date. And that used to cause a lot of fights, like divorces and all that. Because it'd be like, bitch, I know you saw my post, you know, or I know you saw it. It says you were logged in, you know. So,
You didn't like it.
yeah, you didn't like it. Why'd you delete me? Well, of course, Facebook's the same way. All internet stuff logs you, right? Whenever you log in, you know, email, everything. So if Facebook sees or Instagram sees that you only log in like once a year, you're not going to be popping up on people's stuff because you're not active. To keep it interesting, just like Google has to always change their algorithms to bring you relevant content, like just go to Bing, you know, and search something, or Yahoo, you know. I don't like Yahoo at all, because I'll search something like what's the best for this or something, and I'll get stupid results. So I'll go to Google and be like, all right, this, you know, now I got something that's worth my time clicking on, you know. So they always have to work on their algorithms to produce those results. You see, so if Facebook keeps showing you, you know, if it shows you people and then they're not active on it, you'll be like, ain't nobody on here, you know. I said, so you're not going to use it, you know. It's like buying a TV that only gets a couple stations once a year. You're not going to buy that, you know. Okay. So building a strong brand presence, high quality photos, videos, and properties. Okay. Establishing expertise and trustworthiness. So that's the thing, you know, that's where I really focused on, because Las Cruces was tough, man. That city does not like El Paso. And I'm going to have to edit that out now. I mean, they did it. When I first went over there, because I was gonna move over there. That's why I went to Las Cruces. Okay, but the agents, man, and even the customers, when they would call like to book, they'll be like, "Are you from El Paso? Are you coming from El Paso?" Like, because they'll see my Texas plates. And they're like, "Yeah." Like, one agent literally told me, "I like you, how you work, but I will never give my money to El Paso." And I told him, "You know what, dude? I do all my shopping in this city. I pay that stupid sales tax you guys got here."
Why?
Because well, they're very different cities. For one, Las Cruces is 1/10 the size of El Paso. El Paso is about,
It's a small town environment.
yeah, well, it was. It's starting
They
to,
still have that mentality?
for the most part, it's starting to change because so many out of town people are moving there. But Las Cruces at the time had 100,000 people, whereas El Paso, it's about 1 million. Despite the census only gets a city limit, but if you count Horizon City, Socorro, and then all the people that didn't do the census, we have over 1 million. There's no doubt, So you can't compare Las Cruces to El Paso for the same mentality. Bigger the city, the ruder the people. That's just the way it is. It's just look at the drivers, right? Las Cruces is so easygoing with the driving, and I don't know why people get road rage there because it's just easy going.
Most of them are not from there.
Yeah, but now it's getting a little bad. There's a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
is.
California people in Las Cruces now. But anyways, despite that, they didn't like El Paso. So I had a very hard time getting into that market. So what I had to do is I had to keep leveraging the Facebook for that. So I was every day, because I didn't have much work. So I was just sitting there thinking eventually my money's gonna run out. I said, I had a routine. Every morning I'd go in and I'd just search Las Cruces agents or something and just start looking up their names because of Facebook. I didn't know anybody, so it wasn't popping up on my Facebook feed. So I had to constantly I had to go to their like realtor.com and look up agents that are in that area because I didn't have access to their MLS. And that's how I started friending them. I started adding them as friends, but I had a professional picture. Well, not professional quality, just I was dressed in the inspection uniform. I think I was like in some kind of attic or basement. It looked like I was at work, and my patches were showing. I mean, it looked pretty cool, Some people thought I was still a cop, but when they click on it, they'll see inspections and all that. So I started requesting a lot of them as friends, and a lot of them they were getting it, and then I was posting relevant pictures of stuff, of defects or testing something, and then videos describing. And then slowly I started getting a couple calls. Like one guy said, "Hey, I remember the very first job I got in Las Cruces, I posted about a GFCI outlet. Those outlets and push buttons." He said, "I didn't know that. When I saw that, and it was just a picture, it wasn't a video. I posted a picture and then I typed the description. If you are going to list the house, if you're planning to list your home and you want to prepare it for inspections, make sure that your kitchens, bathrooms, and exterior have these outlets so you can pass FHA, VA financing." And that one realtor said, in all my 30 years, I never knew that. Like I didn't understand how they worked, why we needed them, And then he said, he already retired, but he said that's what impressed me. And then before long, I started getting a lot more. So in real estate is the same. The people will stick with you if you're teaching them. If you teach somebody something that they don't know and that's your field, they'll want more. They'll want more.
Absolutely.
It's like a doctor. You go to your doctor and your doctor says, "Well, this is what you got. Take this and you'll be good." But if he tells you, "This is what your sickness is doing. This is what it's causing your body. This is how you get it. And the medication, this is how it works to kill that sickness." And he explains it to you, now you feel like you're an expert in that one sickness. Mm-hmm. And you're like, "This doctor's cool. Because he just showed me this." Instead of just telling me, "Do what I tell you and you'll be fine. And don't worry about knowing why." You see?
Yep.
Like for me, I like to know about how everything works. You see, like even when I got into photography, I didn't learn just how to, I've done classes in photography, but they just teach you how to position camera. I want to know how the camera works. Because when you can understand the inner workings, you can make it do anything you want. Look at the CB radio. Like Dad gave me a CB radio. Okay, you guys know what those are?
Yeah.
CB radios, what truckers have.
Yeah.
And I didn't just hook it up. And I literally learned how it transmits through the airwaves.
Wow.
What the frequency does, how the antennas work, how it sends the signal. I mean, I engineered the hell out of it. Okay, and so
Great.
I mean, it's like now I feel like I'm a radio expert in it because I even Maria got mad because she's not here, but because she's like, shouldn't you be working on your business? I go, quiet, woman. I'm working
on my radio.
I wasn't working. I was
How it
studying.
transmits to where I'm calling.
Yeah, like how
I
it
mean,
bounces
wow.
off the atmosphere to transmit around the
I
world.
bet you that's very interesting.
I mean,
we just use it just like the phone.
Yeah, like people say, well, it just works.
Computer.
Yeah, like, but if you understand it,
Yeah.
like that's why if you teach somebody how something works, because
Mm-hmm.
like when I would put on the inspection stuff about like a temperature and pressure relief valve, it's not working, and they'll be like, well, why? I go, it's a safety thing. You just need to replace it. I'm like, well, what does it do? Why? But if I explain it, even to the customers, and then the agent, when they learn something, because I tell them now you can explain as an agent, you can explain it to all your future customers, and that's what they love. That's what people like when you show them. And not just that, it's a great recruiting tool for your customers. When you teach your client, why is the transaction working this way? Why do you need title insurance? Okay? What is the difference between a pre-qualification and a qualified? Why does VA do this? Or what is a VA loan? What is the difference between an appraisal and an inspection? When you're teaching them that, they learn it and they're like, oh, I understand the real estate transaction now. And then in turn, because I have a couple agents on cruises that they're very good at that. They educate them and then they recruit them to be agents. Because they tell them, you see, you've learned so much from buying your own house. Do you feel like you can kind of do this by yourself? And you can make a lot of money. And then they go, that's a topic for another day. But that's what people like. That's what they love when you're teaching them something. So why do you go to somebody's website, or why would you want them as your friend on Facebook? Because you're teaching them stuff. You're bringing them valuable content, not baby pictures. Or look at my trip to, like that, or family parties or whatever. I get it every now and then. It's good. Like I'll post a couple of personal things, like riding my bike or at the
You
gym.
think the Bronco.
Yeah, or like but I get so much reaction on
Bronco
that.
is very rare.
Yeah, because it's a rare thing.
What year is it?
86.
Whoa.
Yeah, 86.
Whoa.
It
Is it
is.
the big one?
Yeah, it's a full size
It's a
one.
beast.
Yeah, it's all restored. I mean, everything.
Barely
works.
goes in the garage.
Yeah.
Shows a lot of lives when he
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
You just take a light bar off top of it, put it in the garage.
Wow.
Yeah. And all the agents always they want to buy it, or one guy offered me over 100,000. He's like, come on, man, sell it. I said, no, not yet. But anyways, but you see, that stuff is memorable. It'll stay in front of you. You have something rare like that you can leverage. That's why I'll post pictures of it every now and then. Something that's nice and rare. Like if you go and you see something cool on a house as you're showing, a little selfie with that, whatever it is. Maybe it's a super fancy toilet or whatever. I mean, you could put like what we just saw during one of my shows. Something that captures the
Yeah,
audience.
I catch it.
Well, the last one you did was really cool because the one you did, and you said that people will come in and they look for their heater. Where's my heater? You know, and they couldn't find their heaters, you know. It's on the roof, but the
Oh,
package unit.
yeah.
And then you
no,
even explained that, and this one has a wall around it
Yeah.
because it's in an HOA.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. That you had to have a wall.
Yeah, it cannot be visible from the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, it cannot be visible. You know? So, you see, and also, you know, after you get, you know, some good friends and all that, at least a good amount, you know, a few hundred, you know, at least, and that's easy to do. If you just devote a day and send out friend requests, you'll start building it up. You know, start with your friends and your family, and then start working your way to the agents. You know, and then before long, you'll start getting a lot. You'll even start getting friend requests from the agents. You know, okay, and sharing knowledge through informative posts and articles. If you see a good the Resource Center has a lot. The Exit Resource Center has a lot of shareable content. You can start with that too. And not just post it, type a description. Okay, you type a description. Okay, like saying like, you know, good information that I thought I would share with you know, the community out there. And then I always put my signature on the bottom. I'll put, you know, Billy Jack Barrow, franchise owner of Exit Realty Central in El Paso, and then I'll put my phone number and my address. The only bad thing is with the phone number, sometimes you'll get some spam calls because they grab your number, but it's one of the viruses that comes with this job. You know?
Do you answer all your calls?
Not really. If it's out of area, usually I don't. You know, because I say, well, they'll probably leave a message. You know, if it's important. You know, if I'm waiting for certain calls, then maybe. You know, like in Las Cruces, because I have two phones, I was very, very straightforward that I don't answer anybody except for realtors. You know, because I only book through realtors. You know, that was my policy. Because buyers just don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, so, but if you need to generate that business and you need to get into, you want to build more business, you need to answer every call. I mean, you do.
Well, that's what they were saying, like Chris Harrison was saying that on the resource. I was like, yeah, a lot of realtors, I can hear them down the hall. It says, oh, 7118, I'm not going to answer that.
Yeah.
And he says, and a lot of leads are lost like that. That's why I'm asking you if you answer.
You know, if I need to, like when the inspections is slow and I need to build up more business and keep my other inspector working, I'll answer everything. You know, if I can, I'll answer it. Because a buyer's just going to go down the list. When they need something, they're just going to go down the list. And the thing is, out of town people, when you have a good media presence, some people, they look up on that. You know, if they don't know anybody in the city, any realtor in the city, just like if right now all of a sudden you needed a lawyer and you didn't know, who'd you pick? Either a name that comes to mind from advertising, or I would look on social media to see what they post. Because websites are always designed by a web designer. They don't have that personal touch. You see, I designed my own. I've designed the websites for here and for all that, but because I studied that, you know, I study all that stuff, and I know how to do it. But all those people, almost every single realtor out there, they have somebody design a website for them, and so it doesn't have that personal thing, like a Facebook or an Instagram where you're posting your own pictures. What I see on there, that's you. You see, if I see a bunch of party pictures and all that, I know that's what revolves around your life. You know, I'll see so many realtors that they say, you know, realtor with co-op banker, but there's no posts about real estate. It's just friends or a party or I bought a new car. And I'm like, do you not work?
Or political.
Yeah, or political, stay away from that. Don't put nothing political.
Religion too.
Yeah. You know, religious, you know, I mean, I believe in don't be ashamed, you know, but, you know, I would not be very hardcore about it. You know, I mean, a nice post here and there could be okay, you know, but in reality, I stay very neutral. Because the way I tell people, I say, look, I have very strong beliefs. And if you ask me, I'll tell you. I won't tell them if they don't ask. I don't push my beliefs on anybody. You know, and just like political, I'm not gonna. Now, if you ask me what I believe, I'll tell you. You know, and I'll have a debate. I won't argue, but I'll debate. You know, but the thing is, like, you know, some people say like, oh, that guy, you know, I hate gay people or whatever. I'm like, dude, I don't care if you're gay. I go, I don't care what you believe in. I don't care if you're the biggest devil worshiper around there. As long as that money's American, let's get it. You know? I said, okay. I said, because that's me. It's different. I'm not here to be I'm not going to be a friend, obviously, because we're not going to connect that way. I said, okay, don't put no voodoo stuff on me when I show you the house. Okay? I said, I'll pull your feet when you go to sleep. Okay? But you know, I mean, it's like, I mean, I've had all kinds of clients. I mean, all kinds, you know, and I'm like, hey, you know, that's your life, you know? And I've been in some strange houses, you know, I mean, like real devil worshiping houses, you know, yeah, I'm like, wow, you know, this even gives you the creeps too, you know? And, but anyways, you know, so that's the thing, you just have to stay very neutral with that, you know, so your posts very, you know, and I don't put personal things like that. Like even Maria, she's not real big on social media. I kind of pushed her a little more to be a little bit more, but she just has a hard time with it. You know, but if you notice, I don't put anything about marriage, nothing like that. I don't put that I'm single. It doesn't even say if I'm single or not, or married. You know, because I just don't like my personal stuff. I don't know if it's from being a cop or what, but that's not the point of the social media. It's not out there for even before I got married, I didn't use it for match. You know, I'm not gonna look for somebody online for that. Okay, you know, so we're already a little bit over an hour, but I'll run through the rest. We're almost done. But and then I'll give you the last tips. Hosting virtual open houses, just like live or pre-recorded virtual tours. Like I was saying, if you want to get started on it with something good, you know, I don't do live. I wouldn't do the live. You know, I would do the pre-recorded, you know, where you go through the house and just kind of record it. But it's not, remember, it's not, unless it's your own listing. If it's your own listing, by all means, you're advertising your house. But the main thing is you are pushing yourself. But you have to have a secondary background to go with that. You know, if I just sit here and put the camera like, hey guys, I'm going to talk to you about, you know, interest rates are looking good right now. You know, it's a good time to buy. All right, give me a call. And that's it. And all you see is this wall. That's a boring video. And I would not last 3 seconds on it. I'd be like, you know, let me go to somebody that has a cool background. Something that's more pleasing to the eyes. Because there's so much content out there. There's so many people posting it, and some people do a good job. So to come across a boring one, they're gonna scroll you by. You know, and that doesn't mean you have to be professional. You don't have to have, you know, a shake-proof camera or nothing like that. You know, but bring quality info. You know, like I would go like to the open house or something. What are you doing, man? Looking at cat videos?
No.
Oh, I heard her laughing over there. I was like,
Yeah, cat videos.
Cat videos are not funny, they're cute.
oh, okay.
Is she laughing at you?
No, I don't think so.
No. I'm
She has her
texting
headphones. Yeah, you're paying attention. Uh-huh. I'm gonna put the video on her.
Yeah.
So you can see.
Aye,
We're getting used to that, you know. Okay. But anyways, so I will go like to the house tour, vacant house, like I said. You know, set up a tour or your own show for yourself. You know, maybe block out 30 minutes if there's not a whole bunch of showings. A house that's been on the market 30, 60 days. You see on showing time and there's no showings. Just block out the time. Agent's gonna approve it, you know, especially if it just says show and go, show any time. And then go there, you know, dress how you want to dress or whatever. Think of a good, relevant content. Something maybe you read online. Maybe your loan officer told you something that you think is good, shareable information. And then talk about it as your house. You know, say, hey guys, I'm getting ready to do a showing with one of my clients. I said, but I thought I'd share this out there with you. Go right now, our interest rates, or right now, you know, the market's doing this. or whatever it is. But short and sweet. Slightly over a minute, but no more than 2. Okay? The reason why over a minute, anything less than a minute, they degrade that. They see it as that's just a short little thumbnail video and it's not good content. Because you cannot put good content in less than a minute. That's the general idea. So, and it has a time. When you're recording yourself, it has a time. And just use a regular phone app. You can record directly to Facebook or Instagram with the apps, but I don't use those. I just use the regular phone video recorder and then just watch the timer as you're talking. And maybe a minute and 10 seconds or so, and I kind of start wrapping. Usually the more you do it, the more comfortable you will be. And trust me, because I'm very outgoing. But I had a little bit of trouble in the beginning, making the videos, and I'm trying to think of how to do them. You can see the YouTube videos that I posted for this office. Some of them I'm like, oh man, I need to take that down. It looks stupid. Or I was stumbling or something. And that's what I was using professional cameras. I have all that stuff. But it takes practice. It takes practice. Yeah. And the more you do it, and I am telling you from experience, it works. Because in Las Cruces, as hard as it was for me to get started there, I built it to make $300,000 a year. Just in that city. My inspector in Albuquerque, I kept pushing him, you need to do this. I go, I know how to work this. I've already built it in 2 cities. I go, listen to me. So because he was very against, he hates like social media. And he finally got into it now, and he's making $500,000 a year. He already took down his social media. He deleted the Facebook now because he already has that revolving door. Yeah. But he just like, I hate posting it. Some people do. Like I said, if I wasn't in this kind of jobs, if I was just I don't know, like a corporate job or truck driving or something where you're not in public, I would completely delete the social media. Because I just don't, like my life's my life. It's none of your business. Either you're in it or you're not. But in this job, you need exposure. You need it. And the free ones is the social media. YouTube is another big one. YouTube is tough to get into though. Okay, yeah, YouTube is tough because you need to keep pushing your links. You can't just post a YouTube video and all of a sudden everybody's going to come and watch it. The only way that'll happen is if you literally do it professionally, which you have to have professional. You can do it with a GoPro, but you have to have professional editing. If it's just a thrown in there video, it's going to get very few because YouTube's owned by Google, so they know what good content is. So, but anyways, you can link, that's another topic, I'll show you. But first, perfect your Facebook and the Instagram. Facebook is the number one, is the priority one. Instagram is a little more tough. Because Instagram is good just for videos. Instagram is video. That's what they like. Pictures is okay, but video is what gets you the likes. Because they transfer them to Reels. But you see how much information that I'm just throwing out there just now on the social media and how it works. It's not just getting a picture and posting it and all of a sudden the world sees it. Because the world doesn't see it. They don't see it unless it's tied in with other people that you know. Or nobody's going to see it. You see? And just because you post, the thing that's most discouraging is when people post and they say, I only got 2 likes. And I have 3,000 friends and I only got 2 likes. That does not mean that only 2 people saw it.
No, they just don't.
They just don't like. I hardly ever.
They just don't bother to click. Yeah, I don't bother to click it.
Yeah, I don't either. I very
whether
rarely.
Whether I like it or not.
Yeah, I very rarely like people's stuff. Because it's just whatever.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean they don't see it. Some of the videos I post on the inspection side, and I know they're good. I make good stuff. And sometimes I only get like 2 or 3 likes. And I'll look at it and go, you bunch of stupid people. Don't you appreciate good education?
Yeah, some don't.
Yeah, but the thing is, the feedback I get. The feedback I get, so many agents tell me, I saw your video, I saw it. I said, why didn't you like it? And then they'll be, oh, I'm sorry, I like it because I'm friends with them. I'm actual friends with them. Or even my friend Albuquerque, he'll say that too. Oh, I saw your style. I go, why didn't you like it, buddy? I go, well, I'm telling you right now. I don't have to like it. You know, I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. But the idea is, don't think that nobody's seeing it. Don't get discouraged, because a lot of people do. They're like, I got tired. I think I'm posting stupid stuff because nobody's liking my content. And then yet you have, you know, Taylor Swift over here getting millions of likes. That's different. That's around the world. And, you know, it's people that are fanatics, you know, stuff like that. You see, you know, you're not, it's not a celebrity type of job, okay? You know, but that's the thing, and we'll finish it with this slide, you know, so we can let you guys go. Networking with other professionals, like I said, connecting with mortgage brokers, home inspectors, title companies. You know, first is the realtors. Realtors and your loan officers. Send them friend requests, you know, and then do that. And that's how you start it. That's how you start getting up and start building mutual friends. You see, anytime you meet like another agent or something, just look them up. Look them up and send them a friend request. Like that, you can start building your network. And then from there, because Facebook also knows when you send somebody, when I get a friend request from somebody, and they look like they might be real, and there might be somebody legitimate, and I click on their profile and they only have 7 friends, I'm like, it's fake. It's fake, you'll probably be gone by tomorrow, or you're gonna spam me with something. Because that's the thing too, when I accept a friend request that I don't know, the next thing I do is I get a message. How are you doing? And I'm like, thinking, well, it might be a customer. How are you? I'm doing okay, how are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm great, what are you up to today? And I'm like, what the hell? Okay, what do you want? You know, and then I'm like, are you interested in buying a house or what? You know, and then they'll say, well, have you heard of this new system that's going, or have you heard of this new program that we're selling, or what? I'm like, damn it. You know, you just wasted 30 seconds of my life. And then I'll delete it. You see? So that's why, you know, you need to develop your reputation, your online presence first. And the easiest way is with other agents. Because if I see an agent that sends me a friend request and they say, Realtor with Century 21, I'm going to accept it. If it looks like a good picture and you have several, don't just put a profile picture, you need to put like at least 5 or 10 good pictures on.
Really, on your post?
No, on your profile. Because when you make a face, you know how you can post all the pictures.
So you post that many pictures on your profile?
Well, it's because if you only have one picture of yourself and then nothing all the content's gonna be in your photos, all the content. But if you're just now making an account and you only have one picture, it looks fake. It looks like a fake profile.
So you have different.
Yeah, like different angles and. Let me see.
Or different days or
Well,
what?
I think it's probably working.
Yeah.
But
Different days and different occasions and what you're doing yourself.
oh, let me see if this is. Oh, see, it is working. No, I'll show you real quick before we get going. Okay, well, it doesn't look so good. But you see, this is what you see, right? When you're on your main Facebook page, that's what you guys see, right? Like, I mean, you're not gonna see exactly this, but you see, you know, the scrolling. This is on the computer view now, mind you. Okay, so
I've been up my Facebook in such a long time.
I only use it. I don't really use it on my phone very much. You know, very little. So when you're on your computer, you know, you'll see up there that's the URL. See, and it, like on Google, it'll have, you know, Google. I use Safari because this is a MacBook. But here, this is my name here. It's not, and then I'll show you where to click. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better. It's still a little grainy. And then friends. So you click on friends, and when you click on friends, that's how you get started. Okay. These are all like oh no, those are friend requests that I just ignored. So suggestions. Just go to suggestions. But, well, that's a bad look. But you'll see, it'll always come up on this side, right? Or if you're using your phone and you have your suggested friends, and then it'll tell you, but see, one mutual friend, I'm not gonna click on that. I know you can't read it because it looks green. Even I can't read it, but I know what it says. Here it says like it's a double digit mutual friends. So this person I might click on just to see what they have, and the picture looks okay. But let me go to the other page just because it looks better. Okay. So out of these, this one's out because there's no picture. So I'm not even gonna look. This one, neither. There's no mutual friends. You see? This one has 111 mutual friends. She looks a little goofy there though. So I don't know if that's any professional person, but maybe I'll click and just to see. This is when you're looking for people to add as your friends, to see professional looking pictures. That looks kind of professional. That one I know works somewhere. It says El Paso Strong. She's probably an agent. That's probably a realtor right there, okay? No, that name, I already know him, but this is probably fake because I know he's on my friends and there's none. So I won't even click. You know, that looks okay. You know, this guy looks maybe like a tattoo artist or I don't know what. You know, but you get the hint, you get the point how to look for people, okay? You see, this, you know, maybe something like that, you know. But, and then what I do is when I see them, like let's click on this girl. You see, and then when I look, then I'll scroll a little bit and then see what they're posting.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, so this one's just advertising something. You know, so I'll get out of that. You know? This is that button. You see? And then and that's what I do. I'll just go down and then I'll start looking and see what they post. And you can go to the about also. No places to work. No work. So when you click on their about, when you go to their, and this is 30 or 80, I don't know what it says. But when you go to the,
one mutual.
huh?
She only has 30 and it's one mutual.
Oh, yeah, one mutual. Yeah. So see, very few. You know, only 30 friends and one mutual friend. Okay. And but I'll click on the about here, and this shows what they are. There's no work, no schools, so they never filled out their profile. So that's either somebody that's probably fake or somebody that just uses Facebook just very rarely. Okay. But you see, is it helping you? You guys kind of understand it a little bit better? Let's see if I can actually find somebody that's an agent. Mm-hmm. See, this one lives in Las Cruces, you know, but it says works at engineering or something like that.
Martha Faye? Oh, Martha Faye?
Martha Faye Wallace, you know. But you see, so I'll see what they do and where they work, and then I kind of just scroll down to see. But she has, it says something on there, like I think it says it does. It says engineer on it. It says something engineer. You know, works at Las Cruces High School, or went to Las Cruces High School, and but she put lives in Missouri. So that one I wouldn't accept. I wouldn't request, but she only live here. See, but that's how I choose the relevant friends. You know, by going through stuff like that. You know, and seeing what you can find. See who you can find. Mm-hmm. Does this help you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of time. That's all I have information is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you know.
Because I don't get into Facebook. I mean, I'm not, and I don't know. I don't even enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, it's more.
I
You
avoid it
just-
the most I can.
You
I just watch videos.
yeah. So,
Cooking videos.
Some of the videos can be pretty entertaining, but
Yeah.
a lot of it's useless information. It really is. But the point is, my main point is that this is free.
Yeah.
It's free exposure.
And exposure.
You know, so you need
You just have to
to.
know how to do it.
Yeah.
And how to work it like you do, you know, stacking.
You know, I mean, I'm telling you, just look at just the inspections alone in Las Cruces and how I leveraged that to get so much and never paid $1 towards it.
Yeah.
You know, and all I did was do Facebook. and I built it into a very successful company over there, you know, and got my guy in Albuquerque going. So it is definitely possible. You see, so when people say, you know, social media doesn't work, because they just don't, they're not using it. They are in denial.
No, you have to know how to do it right.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't go in there, you want to be, and it takes work and a lot of thought
Yeah,
put
exactly.
into it.
And you know, and the more you do it by creating your own videos and all that, the more you're gonna get comfortable with it, and the more ideas you're gonna get. You're gonna be like, you know what, this is pretty cool. I'm gonna go and do a quick little video about this real quick. You know, when I was trying to come up with content for the inspections to, you know, to generate more work for my other inspector over there, I didn't know what to put. I said, man, I don't know. And then now, after doing it for a couple years, I'll just see something interesting in the house. I said, I bet the common folk don't know anything about this, so let me do a little educational video.
I enjoy all your videos where you're explaining anything.
Yeah.
Because knowledge is powerful, and you just, if you know what it is, and you know, you never know what's gonna come up when you're just sitting in a house. Like, you know, she asked me, do the sprinklers work? You know, I didn't know anything, and so then there was the sprinkler
Control
system
panel?
on the wall. No, the sprinkler. There's
Yeah,
a little
it's there,
tab.
but it doesn't work.
It
You need
doesn't
to download the seller's disclosure and read it. Read what-
Oh.
It's on the invoice.
Oh.
Yeah.
But, you know, things like that, where things are, like you go, you know, and say, or perhaps, I mean, just the jet, remember looking at the jet tub, you
Oh.
know, just turn it on, you know, or.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's a
see?
real simple thing.
Because a lot of people have no idea
Yeah,
about
they
that.
don't.
I got on
Yeah.
that jetted tub one about that little jigsaw. I
Yeah.
got so many comments, not on
Yeah.
the actual thing, but like agents were telling me.
Yeah,
Go, I
that's good
never knew that. I
information.
go, thank you, because next time I show a house and it doesn't work and the buyer gets all mad, like,
Yeah, you
let's
just go
go.
look over there.
You know, let's just check it here real quick. It might be that, and you can literally save your own deal. You know, it's like that. But it would be different if I was just advertising myself. Hey, you guys, don't forget if you need an inspection, you know, I'm here.
Yeah.
People, anytime they would see me, they wouldn't even click to play the video because they'd be like, "Nah, he's just advertising himself again," you know. But instead, now when they see it, it's like, "Let me see what I'm gonna learn me today,"
Yeah.
you know. And that's what you want them to think about you. When they see you come up, oh, let's see what kind of good content they're gonna provide today. You see, you all see those reels like on Instagram or something, and it, like for me, I have doctors and lawyers because since I'm always into law, you know, I have a lot of lawyers that I watch, and they'll give tips, like, you know, this kind of case, this is what we did, and you know, this is why it happened, and that intrigues me, you know. So, but if they were just advertising, you need to sue somebody,
Yeah.
call me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even watch it because I know it's just an advertising, you know. But relevant content, and then I start getting more and more respect. Like this one attorney that he's somewhere in East Texas or something, and he's always posting, you know, and I like that. You know, I said, this guy's education. If I ever needed some good action in East Texas, I could call this attorney, you know, because I remember, you know. So that's why. That's what just, you know, it takes a little bit of time, especially to get comfortable in front of the camera. It is. It can be tough. But the more you do it, and don't be afraid to just keep recording. Just keep doing retakes. You know, to see. And then don't overguess it. Just, it's natural. You know, just be natural about it. If you make a mistake, you can always stop it and re-record it. You know, that's why I don't do live. You know, because sometimes, you know, the brain and the speech don't match up and the mouth starts stumbling and stupid tongue is doing something that I didn't want it to do. You know, like that, and I'm like, dang, you know, so, you know, but that's the beauty of pre-recording, you know. And then you just post it. And you can edit. Remember, you can clip your video if it's too long or too short. I try to make my video as simple as possible, where I don't have to do all these fancy editing. Because I'm not that motivated. You know, so just, you know, when I started, I'll get the video and I'll push play, and then I'll get set up while it's recording, and then I actually count it down, 3, 2, 1, I'll go like that, and then I'll start talking. You see? What? Huh? Good stuff here.
She's seeing a video.
Huh? Oh.
She's seeing a video.
I've seen his
She's not laughing
videos.
at you.
But then you edit that out, right?
Yeah, it's edited out. But the reason why I do it that way is because it makes it so much easier when I'm clipping. Because you can go in and edit, you can even edit on the phone. And then you push edit, and then you can adjust how much longer or how much shorter. It's going to be full size.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll have a screen and you can shorten. Like you can click over here, here's the video, it starts here and it ends here. And then you can click it and drag it. I'm sure Android is the same way. So when I see myself in slow motion going like this, and then I point, and as soon as my hand goes down, there's where I click it. You see? Because if I just start, unless you're good and you just start talking, but usually you gotta push it, or if you're holding it, usually that kind of. I always get irritated when those people that they're recording everything and all of a sudden, hey guys, like that. Dude, edit your stuff, I'm like, it's very simple, So that's why I do it like that, I said it just practice with it. The more you practice, the more comfortable you do it, and I can promise you it will work. There is a lot of business out there by just exposing yourself.
When we advertise the rentals in Facebook, we get a lot more activity.
Mhm.
I'm not getting
On
that.
Facebook. Do you do it out of your personal, or you have like a business, not personal? Personal. But we get a lot more than Can you show us, literally show us on how to different, I have my personal, but I want to create my business. But I don't know, I used to have it, but you know how Facebook updated a lot of stuff? I don't know how to do it anymore.
To create a business one, I'll make a video, actual screen recording. Because something like that, it's not very technical. But if I just show you right now, when you go home, you'll be like, what do you say? I already know it.
That's good, because that way if we don't understand something, we go back.
Yeah, and that's why like the CMA video that I did,
Yeah.
On Friday, I think I sent it Saturday or something. Like those, because I know you're gonna be rewinding and doing. That's why I don't do a live. I'll still do a live class also, just to talk about it, because engagement is good. Right? I said, but when you have the video and you can rewind or fast forward or see us or follow along with it, I think it's better.
Yeah.
I think that's good training. And see, like somebody like Maria, Maria had good stuff. She does good trainings and everything, but she could never do recordings like that. She could. You can do anything you want if you really apply yourself, but that's not her strong point. She's not a media person. She likes engagement like this. But her mind works different. Mine and Maria's mind are totally different. Maria's mind is in fact, I'm a little bit jealous of her because you'll tell her something, she'll remember every single word in the whole conversation.
Yeah.
Like she when she focuses, she's on it. I don't think she knows how, well, I don't know, she might know how to operate it. But
Red flag on you.
yeah, but she literally has like no ADD or no ADHD or whatnot. Like and sometimes it doesn't look like she's paying attention, but because her eyes start falling asleep or whatever. But she does, she remembers everything. Believe me, she digs up some stuff from the past, and I'm like, you remember that? I said, come on. Yeah, So, anyways, but like for me, if it's not really interesting, I will start daydreaming, and I'll lose focus.
I'll start thinking about something else and just say,
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. I'll be like, oh,
You
okay.
start seeing videos?
Yeah, she'll put on her headphones and start. I saw it. That's why she sits over here.
Yeah.
She knows I'm looking that way.
no, because my butt hurts on those chairs.
Yeah,
I'm getting old.
just wants to feel special or whatever. But anyways, but like her mind is that way. So but everybody's different. You know, everybody's different. So when she does her classes, you've probably experienced it. She gets a little irritated if she has to explain it again.
Yeah.
You know, you see, you know, but even
Should I ask again or not?
But why though?
I mean, even